Objection. Tonight, the legal judgment sparks family cries of injustice. That after a Georgia woman's murderous rampage in our community leads to an insanity plea accepted by the court. News Channel 5's Evan Axelbank is live outside the Palm Beach County Courthouse with a look at the case of Amy Kern. Evan?
Kelley, Amy Kern beat her own grandmother and then shot her aunt's boyfriend back in 2009. Today, a judge sent Kern to a psychiatric lockup after accepting a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. And today, her victims' families had a chance to tell her and the court how they felt about that. Relatives spoke to the judge wearing shirts imprinted with the faces of Amy Kern's victims. Kern cried as she listened.
I hope to God she rots in hell. I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
3 years ago, detectives say Kern drove from Georgia to Port St. Lucie, where she stole her father's gun. She used it to kill her aunt's boyfriend, William Chapman, in Palm Beach Gardens. Then she went to her grandmother Donna's house in Jupiter. Kern killed her with a tire iron. Police found Kern afterwards babbling about Jesus. Her lawyer says that Kern had been diagnosed as bipolar and schizophrenic in her 20s and had never gotten the proper psychiatric treatment she needed.
She was a young woman with hopes, dreams, and a lot of potential.
But relatives of her victims say that Kern, who before her killing spree had been released from mental institutions in Georgia several times, deserves to be called guilty and sentenced to prison. Beverly Kern lost her mother and boyfriend to Kern's rage.
She can never be trusted on medication. She will always be there, a threat to society.
Courts will decide whether she ever gets out of what the judge called a prison for the mentally insane.
Please, as I requested earlier, don't lose track of this case. The stakes are high.
Kern will be eligible for reevaluations every 6 months to a year. Victims' loved ones hope that they will never see her again.
Every day I cry for my brother and waiting 3 years for this day, so hopefully we can have some closure now.
The judge called the tragedy a failure of the mental health system. On whether she will ever get out, prosecutors say that you can never say never, but that the state attorney's office will be involved in all of her evaluations starting 6 months from now. Live tonight at the county courthouse, Evan Axelbank, WPTV News Channel 5.